for the first time. We hit 2.1 months of inventory. That is, obviously a drastic seller's market. You hear, San Francisco, parts of LA. You hear the chaos in some of those markets where it's less than 2 months, and we're pretty darn close to that at 2.1 months of inventory in Tampa. What that basically means is, homes are selling fast. There's not as many options as there used to be. There's bidding wars. There's more buyers than there are sellers. 3,670 home sales is the most number of home sales in a month out of the greater Tampa board that's been recorded in more than a decade. That beat last May's 3,524, which was the second best month last year. So May of 18 is the best month that we've seen in a long, long time, up from 2,900 sales in April and an average sale price of $265 in April. Last year, our average sale price 1 month in June did bump above the $274 right now, but last May we were at $268 for an average sale price. So the moral of the story is homes in the mid to upper average price points are selling fast. They're selling with light conditions. There are a lot of bidding war situations. There aren't as many options for buyers. Buyers need to be more prepared. Sellers need an agent that can navigate the bidding war too. A lot of home sellers are leaving money on the table with, the cash buying hedge funds that are out there, with the with inexperienced agents that don't know how to position themselves for a bidding war, that don't know how to have the patience to let the buyers kind of hash it out. So there's still, even though the market's hot, there's still a lot of ways you can lose money by picking the wrong agent, picking the wrong process, selling too quickly, or not having a good negotiator on your side. But nonetheless, I think you guys can all agree, pretty healthy, moving, encouraging real estate market.
Yeah, I agree. And going back to like what, 05, 06, what was the inventory like back then? Do you remember? I mean, it wasn't this low.
It wasn't this low. No, 3 and 4 months was what it was like then.
I was reading something that said that housing starts, at least in our area, are still down by over half. So I think a lot of the stuff back then was new construction and building just going crazy.
It was like the phantom sales. A lot of the new construction flip type, pre-construction sales, new home sales, flippers, that kind of stuff.
On the builder side, so they pull all the data and it's based on pulled permits, and so I think, and then these numbers are skewed, but for 2005 there were 25,000 pulled permits in that year, and so that's kind of that's the mark, and everyone looks at that's when it was just chaotic. To this day, it's still only like half that. Yeah, it's only like 12,000, so there's still not enough permit being pulled to flood. There's not going to be a flood of inventory coming in anytime soon that we can see.
Well, and then I saw that there's only half the amount of construction workers that are employed, and then when you even break that down farther and you take into account a lot of the rental units that are going up, a lot of them are working building rental units. So then it's just a completely different type of sale than was before. Like ours is existing homes, and it's just, gosh, it's
and the other thing about it. So here's what's interesting. So the average is 2.1, but when you get below 200,000, so here's an example: homes priced between let's say 100 and 180, 1.3 months, 1.4 months, 1.1 months, 1.2 months of inventory. Basically no inventory. Everything's selling out every month. It's like an unofficial auction in a lot of situations. There just aren't a lot of options. If you're a home buyer looking under $200,000, man up. I mean, just be prepared for battle, because you're going to lose. Right. You're going to lose some houses. You're going to miss out. You're going to get beat, and it's going to take a lot of time, energy, and effort to win one of those situations.
But then in that desperation, you outbid, right? You get the high one. Now we've got appraisal, right?
Yeah,
I mean, so we're just in this crazy cycle.
And the other thing about it is that it's you're really starting to see it trickle into the higher end stuff too. We only had 8 months inventory above $1 million. I mean, that's pretty incredible. I mean, usually you look at the stats and it's all, you've got the drastic seller's market in $500-600 and below, and now it's trickling into even higher price points. You're seeing more sales and less inventory in the higher end too. So it's moving into other price ranges. It's not just the low end stuff. It's really everything.
And nationally, Tampa still is one of the most affordable housing
Extremely
markets.
affordable.
You still have 1,000 net people a day moving into Florida, and now we just landed our first Fortune 500 employer in Tampa Bay. So
there's so many good things happening in Tampa. You got the downtown development. You've got hopeful continued improvements in traffic. Lots of great things to continue to shine on our real estate market. So we've got some more information, more stuff about the local real estate market, and we'll be back after a quick break here on the Duncan